Hi everyone, this is Sylvan from Sylvan's Way, and I have something really special to show you today. You would not believe the phone call that I got last week. I got a phone call from Carol at Libra Moon, and she actually noticed that I had backed several of their Kickstarters in the past, but I didn't back this current one, the Serpent and the Peacock Return of the Moon. And she asked me if she sends it to me, if I would give her an honest review of it. And of course, I absolutely love all of these decks that Libra Moon puts out. It's just, I've just spent so much money and bought so many decks lately that I couldn't do it. I just couldn't back this at the time that it came out. So I'm incredibly honored that she noticed that and she contacted me and asked me if I would give her a review of this deck and sent this to me to review for her. In that package, she's so sweet. You would not believe it. In that package, she also sent me this Paul's Lenormand of the Middle Ages. And so she sent me this deck as well. Super cute. It comes in this little drawer, and it is a Lenormand deck. So I'll just show you that to you really quick. It comes with this cool little book. It comes with 2 cards that lists out the cards and the meanings of those cards. And then, of course, it is their signature medieval art that has gone on to this deck. So this is one of the decks that they offer on their website. So she sent me this. It's super adorable. I love the pocket size of it. But of course it's a Lenormand. So she sent me that. The other really cool deck, let me put this away. She sent me another small deck, and I put it in this little black velvet bag. But it is the Paul's Alphabet. So this Paul's Alphabet is a very simplistic deck that you can get off of her website. But basically the idea of this deck is that when you're doing a reading, you would then shuffle these cards and pull one, and then it kind of just gives you a letter that you can then go and go from there. Like think of things that go with that letter to be able to like do an additional reading, like a significator, like kind of card that you would include. So that is the other deck she sent me. So it's super sweet of her. I really appreciate it beyond words, totally beyond words. I can't even begin to express how excited and happy I am to be able to provide this review. The other thing that she included in the order was this Libra Moon like postcard. And what I'm only bringing it up because I'm a nerd and I like to know the history of things. And so here they provide in a detailed history from 2014, July 2014 through August 2025 of all the different items that they've produced at Libra Moon. So I thought that was kind of cool. I like also that she included work in progress. So there is a medieval Earth Tarot, a Demon Inside Oracle, and 4 Moons Lenormand that they're working on, that they're probably going to bring out on Kickstarter in the future. So I kind of like that, like there's this inside scoop of, ooh, this is going to come out in the future. While Carol and I were on the phone, we did talk about the apps, that this is actually where the entire journey kind of started for her, was creating these apps. And so we'll talk about these apps a little bit later when we're looking at the guide and it brings up the apps in the back of it. But we want to talk about these cool little apps because I got questions for you guys out there about these apps and if you use them and what you think of the apps. So we'll talk about that too. Okay. So let's look at this gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous deck. There was 750 of these produced. It is the Serpent and the Peacock deck, produced with like a deep, rich, golden, brownish gold for the edges of it, as well as the guidebook. So I don't remember does it say what color? The art edition, it doesn't say, but I think that the next one is going to be blue. So what she does is she'll do a run of 750, and then once those are all gone, she'll produce it again, but with a different color. So if that color that I show you here on this deck doesn't suit your fancy, then once just wait a year or two, and hopefully they'll be coming out with another run that is going to be in the color blue. So don't quote me on blue because they might change it. I don't know, but that's kind of how they do things. But all of these decks from Libra Moon are top-notch, over-the-top, beautiful, gorgeous, well-done decks. They come in this beautiful, soft, butter feeling kind of decks with the magnetic closing, and they always have like gold or silver or blue or red foiling on the actual box itself. This is the back of the box, and of course it says, we live by the sun, feel by the moon, learn from the cards by the light of the Libra moon. So it's so pretty, and I just love this gold foiling that's on it. And then the other thing that they do in these boxes that is so pretty is, of course, you have your inside cover, and here is the book. We'll talk about the book in a moment. And then the cards come out with this ribbon. But in here, we have another picture of a moon. But these inserts, this is another thing about these boxes that really impressed me, is that these are not cardboard. These are like foam inserts with this soft velvet kind of matting over the top of it. And so I love this. I feel very secure in the fact that this box is going to last a long time, and this insert is going to last a long time for these cards. I just love it. I just love the way they do their packaging for Libra Moon. So that's the box. Next, let's look at the guidebook. So here's the guidebook. So their guidebooks that come with these are always in this bound leather, and they also include these little tassels, so you can keep track of, you're like reading through the book, you have a nice little tassel there. The inside of it, there's always a beautiful start, I don't know what they call this, but this front page, we have a table of contents. When we get the actual cards themselves, they're all going to include the title of the card, a description, it's got some keywords. I like that they included this poem here, and then we have the reverse. So each one of these has the image, the description, a poem, the keywords, and the reverse all the way through it, even in the minors. So see, 3 of Cups, they even have it. So all of these have it. And notice, I don't know if you can see it, it is stitched. So this is a really good bound copy. This copy of this book should last me forever, because look at that. See the stitching and the binding that's in there? So these are really well-made books that you don't have to worry about using and fully opening up and lying flat. They're going to read beautiful and last a long time. The cardstock is really nice. It's got this beautiful dark gold edging on the edge of the book. So we have all of that. So I love the books that come with these decks by Libra Moon. Now, in the back of here, we have, I like that they include this information. So here we have the information about how the deck was born. And like she says, she really feels like the deck created itself and it wanted to be born. Why they named it what they named it. Then it goes into the symbolism and the backs. So how she chose the backs of these cards. And then she goes into that that application that I was talking about. So this application, there's 2 of them, and it's really, really interesting. So the mood of the moon. The moon the mood of the moon is where it all started. At that time, I was working for a boss whose mood shifted without warning. I noticed that his moods followed the same pattern as what I would call the mood of the moon, or the feeling of the moon, which is simply the aspect created by the moon and the other transitioning planets. Does that make sense? The aspect created by the moon to the other transitioning planets. These moods change as the moon orbits the earth. I took this concept of the mood of the moon and turned it into an oracle deck. It is also included in 2 different applications. For Android, it's in both the Libra Moon app and also the Luner Affirmation app. So that's the names of those 2 apps if you were to go looking for them. It is the Libra Moon app and then the Luner Affirmation app. The Luner Affirmation app can be found on both Apple and Android. You can also simply follow it on the www.moodofthemoon.com. Check it out and see if it vibes with your day. The Lunar Affirmation displays as an affirmation, while the Lunar Moon app gives a lunar thought. The Libra Moon app also gives you daily, weekly, monthly, yearly horoscopes and has a tarot section containing the decks from Libra Moon Inc. So I think that's really, really interesting. So this is what the Lunar Affirmation app looks like. So you can kind of see it there. And then the Libra Moon app is this one, and you can see it there. And then here are links to all of their different websites. So I was really curious about this. So before we start looking at the actual cards, so that's the guidebook, we look at the cards. I actually wanted to pull up the apps on my tablet and show them to you because I really think this is interesting. So, okay, so hopefully you can see this. This is the Lunar Affirmations. So I just typed in Lunar Affirmations and I installed it. But here I want to, about this app. So about this app, Lunar Affirmations is meant to guide you through the mood of the moon. So mood of the moon with Lunar Affirmation, this app follows and displays the current mood of the moon and gives an affirmation to help with it. And there are 12 colors included with this. So we have white, which is for simplicity, new beginnings, balance, innocence, purity, clarity, cleansing. We have black, which are affirmations for removing negative strength, protection, endings, power, transformation, determination. Red, which is desire, love, passion. Yellow, which is intellect, energizing, happiness. Green for healing, health, etc., etc. And there are 12. There's 12 different types of affirmations that you can get. So if we were to open up the Lunar Affirmations, oops, the wrong one. Okay, this is the one. So I installed this on my phone and it's super cool because it does pop up. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's the other one that pops up and actually sends me messages. So I think on this one, you actually have to go into it. So anyway, so here we have our affirmation in pink. So we have pink selected. So this is the affirmation for the lunar mood right now that the moon is in. So I attract compassionate energy. I am a magnet for compassionate energy. If we wanted to look at the white, this is, I embrace the purity of innocence. I release judgment and embrace the purity of innocence. So it gives you that affirmation. And so we have our 12 colors down here at the bottom. And I think that, see how they've got little locks on them? So you might have to pay a small fee to open up these other ones. But it comes with pink, white, blue, and brown at first. The other thing that's cool about this is there's a meditate. And so it gives you an affirmation, as well as if you click on this, listen to that. That is so nice. And you can change your affirmation by clicking this little zoop zoop, like little button here. If you wanted to change to air, earth, fire, See how it changes the sound? So you could actually use this to meditate. You could like put on your clock and just like say, I want to meditate for 5 minutes, turn on this sound, think about this information and meditate on it. The collective, this is where she talks about the mood of the moon. So it looks at where the moon is and where the other planets are associated with the moon. And then this gives you the current mood of the moon. So focus leads to success. Focus sharpens the mind, directs the will towards success, etc., with additional information down here on the bottom. And then for me, I'm locked. So I haven't paid for that. But so that is the lunar affirmation. So I thought that was really interesting. Now let's go back and look at the other one. So this one right here, this is the Libra Moon. And I downloaded it. I downloaded it on both my phone and my tablet. But let's see about this app. So this one says the Libra Moon Inc. Daily Horoscopes, Mood of the Moon, and Tarot Daily Draw. Seamless, user-friendly experience for accessing personal astrological insights with its intuitive design and accurate predictions. Navigating through your daily, weekly, and monthly horoscope becomes effortless. Stay informed about your astrological sign's influence on various aspects of your life, from relationships to career choices. Whether you're a seasoned astrologer or just curious about your daily forecast, this app provides a convenient and reliable way to explore the cosmos and its impact on your life. The daily tarot daily draws include Serpent and the Peacock First Edition, Art Edition, 3 Moons Edition, and Tarot of Paul's Moon. Readings are 1 card or 3 cards, include a push to talk feature for your convenience. The mood of the moon follows the actual mood of the moon and syncs your feelings with those of the universe. If we all do this together, we can harness the energy of the day and make the world a better place for all of us. So that's really interesting. So I actually installed that. So this is the one that actually sends notifications to me on my phone. So whenever the mood of the moon changes, it actually sends me the lunar thoughts for the collective. And so here is all of the information on it. And then it tells you the upcoming full moon, new moon, voiding course begins and ends. And then you can go here. I'm in Aries, so I chose Aries, and it gives me my horoscope for my Aries, whether it's general, love, or money. And then we have our tarot, where we can go in and do a daily draw if we wanted to. So right now it's shuffling the cards, and I want to draw one. So it picks the card, and then when I click on it, it gives me the Fool. And then here is all of the information about the Fool, and it will read it to me.
The Fool is seen as a foolish character, not looking where he is.
So it sounds a little robotic, doesn't it? But that is the way that the tarot cards work. And I think that there is a draw 3, if I can get, it's kind of working a little funky on my tablet, but there's a draw 3 option as well. And so here's the 3 moons and etc. So I'm wondering, so this is the applications that Libra Moon has put out on top of all the different cards that they've done, or tarot cards and Oracle and Lenormand that they've put out. So I have a question for you guys. Do you use any applications like this? Do you use this app? Do you know about this app? Do you use any other apps? Do you use it for astrology? Like this is mostly astrology with some tarot cards built in. Do you have apps that you actually use for tarot itself? And how do you use those? I'm really super curious about this because I personally haven't been using apps, but this might actually, I don't know, maybe it'll be a good way to actually learn cards or things like that. I mean, astrology is way too complicated for me. So maybe using an app, I could maybe do some more astrology things that I've never done in the past because the app could help me. But I'm wondering, are there apps out there for tarot as well? So let me know below. I didn't mean to spend so much time on this, but like seriously, I'm like super, super curious about it. Anyway, okay, so let me show you these beautiful cards. So I have this, of course, you know, the card that where it's signed and it's numbered. So I got 101 out of 750. And then these are the beautiful cards. So I'm actually going to lay them out like this. And I'm going to zoom in so you can see them better. So you kind of get an idea of what they look like side by side. But I love the color scheme. So, oh, I forgot to talk about the cards, right? So the color scheme is like these beautiful, rich, and I got to zoom back out. Sorry, guys. Rich, almost like jewel tone, almost like a little muted. It's just like so medieval, so medieval. The cardstock is awesome. So definitely well-made cardstock. I think she said this is 350 GSM. And so it's got that core in it so that it handles really well. It comes with this gorgeous, 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 deep, rich, golden yellow. And then these are the backs, and they've included on the backs gold foil inserts that match the sides. So it's absolutely gorgeous. All of the cards, the numbers at the top are gold foiled, as well as the name on the card itself is gold foiled. So that's the cardstock. It's really, really nice with this matte linen finish. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous cardstocks. I just love it, really seriously. Okay, so let's zoom back in so we can see these cards. Okay, so we have a choice of 2 different fools. So depending on which one that you would like, we have a choice of 2 different priestesses, depending on which one you want. Aren't they gorgeous? I think there's a couple of other ones that come up where you have a couple of options. Ooh, okay, the Death. The Death, you have 2 different cards to choose from. Oh, and the Devil. Ooh, there's 3 different devils to choose from. Look at these guys. Let me straighten out these. Make sure you can see them. Ooh, which one do I like the most? I don't know. This guy is like eating somebody, and then it's like half his body's in his mouth, but then it's coming out his crotch. This is, oh, like a stew. Look at, there's fire underneath it, and he's like, all of them, he's going to his mouth. He's like cooking them and eating them. And then this one's kind of the same way. Look, these little devils are like throwing him into the pot. And this one is actually like stoking the flames down here. I just love the imagery. The imagery on these cards is just absolutely fantastic. So let's look at some more. We have the Tower and the Star, and we have the Moon. And there's going to be 3 different moons here. So these are the different moons that you could choose from. So you could be like me where you leave them. I leave them all in. I don't know why. I shouldn't do that. I should choose one, but they're just so gorgeous. I want to use all of them. I think out of all of these cards, this is like the most traditional, but then I like this one the most. That little sassy grin that he has on his face. I really, really like that. Okay, so we have the Sun. We have 2 different judgments. So these are the 2 different judgments that you have to choose from. So depending on which one you like. And then we start into the Wands, and this is the World. Of course, it's the Royal Peacock. So now we have the Wands. So Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, 3, 4, 5 of Wands. These little guys are great. You think you can hold up in there? We're going to find our way in one way or the other. 6, 7, and 8 of Wands. 9, 10 of Wands. Then we have the Page, the Knight, the Queen. and then the King. Look at him. Look at. Why is there a person on his belly? Why? And then we start with the cups. So we have the Ace of Cups, the two. Oh, wait. Is there two different? There's two different cups. Two of Cups. Ooh, I'm glad that I noticed. I wouldn't have noticed that otherwise. So I could choose which one of those that I like. And then we have two different Three of Cups to choose from. We have those. Nice. Oh, there's like a lot of extra cards in here. Here we have the Four of Cups, 5, 6, and 7 of Cups. Gorgeous. 8, 9, and 10 of Cups. Okay. I keep wanting these to be perfect. It's the anal retentiveness in me. I'm a little OCD sometimes. Okay. Let's look at the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Nice. And then we have the King of Cups. It almost looks like they're worshiping him. Like that would make probably a really good Hierophant. Now we're going to start looking at swords. We have the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Three of Swords. 4, 5, and 6. 7, 8, and 9. So I see like a little thing. We have like this demon, right? We have demons and they're like, yeah, bring her along. Yeah. Like, and then she's waking up from a bad dream. Like she just dreamt these things. It's like such a great progression. I wonder if they meant to do that. Like, yeah, come along. Yeah, we've got you. And then she's waking up like, oh my God, no. Here's a 9 and a 10 and a Page of Swords. And then we have our Knight, our Queen, and our King. I'm glad the kings don't all have faces on their bellies. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles, 5, and 6. Now, does it look like he's like pinching his chest, shall we say? Sure looks like it. And look at him. This devil is like handing him these coins. So it's kind of cool because like on these images, they have added. So these are like, this is like a traditional painting or wherever they got the image from. And then they added these coins to them to make it part of it. So they added these coins to this. And then he's holding the coin. So it's very interesting the way they did this. I really love it. So we have the 7, 8, and 9 of Pentacles. Here's the 10. And then we have the Page, Knight, Queen, and King of Pentacles. They're absolutely gorgeous. Such a beautiful deck. Like seriously, such a beautiful deck. Let's shuffle these because I bet you they shuffle like a dream. And did I say that these cards are actually like a normal standard, like 70 by 120 millimeter? So like they're the normal card size. So let's, oh yeah. Oh, they shuffle like a dream. Man, Libra Moon does such a great job of, they choose such nice cardstock. And then, you know, now I've been using the Serpent and the Peacock 3 Moons edition. That's the one that's got the writing on the bottom of it. And I shuffle it constantly. Like it's my go-to, like when I want to have a conversation with my deck, that's the deck that I use. Because just having the information on the bottom of the card is so much easier. Like I don't have to think about it. It doesn't matter if I'm in a good mood, a bad mood, if I'm tired, whatever, because I've got I've got the cards, like the descriptions on the bottom of the cards. So I really like using it, but I just, I think this is the same cardstock and everything as that one. And it's just kept up so well. So well. So beautiful shuffling, definitely beautiful shuffling. And then of course, if you want to do hand over hand, that's going to be fantastic as well. So it shuffles really super spectacular. Very nice, very nice. So let's see how it fans. Sticks a little. Let's try one more time. There, that's a little better. Just had to get my thumb behind it. Okay, let's choose one of these cards and read out of the book. Let's see this one. So we have the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands. So let's look that up in the book. Eight of Wands. Okay. So the 8 of Wands is the card of swift movement, rapid change, and the quickening of energy. Like a dove in flight, this card, and there's a dove, symbolizes a message from the divine, swiftly delivered, bringing clarity, guidance, and purpose. In the esoteric realm, the dove is a symbol of peace and spiritual connection, and the 8 of Wands channels that energy into your life with accelerated momentum. This card suggests that you align with your higher self. Things will begin to fall into place almost effortlessly. Just as a dove soars on the wind, you too will be carried by the forces greater than yourself, moving forward with grace and speed. Whether it is a sudden opportunity, a breakthrough, or a wave of inspiration, the 8 of Wands tells you that the time for waiting is over. Your desires are aligning quickly, and the universe is urging you to act now, trusting in the flow of divine energy. Very nice. The key words are everything is lined up and is falling into place, smooth sailing, movement after stagnation, communication, rapid, quick changes, messages. The poem that they've included is The 8 of Wands, a swift descent, a sudden shift, an unforeseen event. Unexpected news arrives with speed, a whirlwind change, a newfound need. Embrace the flow, resist no more, for change is coming, knocking at the door. Adapt and follow with grace and ease. Ride the currents with the gentle breeze. Isn't that nice? I love it. I really do. I love it. Let's read the reverse real quick. Reverse. The 8 of Wands reverse signals a period of delays, blocked energy, or miscommunication. When this card appears in reverse, it is as if the flow manifestation has been temporarily interrupted and things aren't moving as quickly as you'd hope. This card invites you to pause and reflect. Sometimes the universe has its own timing, and rushing forward can lead to chaos. It's a reminder to realign with your intuition, clear any energetic blockages, and trust that the momentum will return when the time is right. In stillness helps you slow down and redirect your energy more effectively. Very nice. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Carol, for sending me this deck to review. I knew I would love it. I knew I would love everything about it. And just for giggles, let's just do this. Uh-oh, my neighbors are working on something in their front yard. Let's see what a 3-card draw looks like here. And then let's take out Paul's alphabet and see how that works in conjunction. So we're going to take out the instruction card. And I have not shuffled these at all, so I don't know how much of a shuffle I'm going to get. So this is a reading for the collective. Okay, so I'm going to just choose one at random. And here we have D. Zoom in a little bit so you can see that. There you go. So with Paul's alphabet there. There you go. There's your 3-card reading. Pretty cool. These are pretty cool. I'm looking forward to checking them out and seeing how they work a little bit more. So anyway, that is the new Libra Moon Tarot deck, Return of the Moon edition. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so proud to have it as part of my collection. I will definitely be using this deck. I will definitely be reading those. I'm really looking forward to reading the poems that are in this book. So tell me what you think. I really, tell me what you think of this deck. Do you have it? Do you have other ones if you don't have this one? And then tell me about those applications, if you use them, all that kind of stuff. I'm just so curious about it. So anyway, I have really, again, thank you, Carol. I can't thank you enough for allowing me to be part of this with you. I really love this deck. And until next time, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.